Hello everyone, welcome to this thesis defense about how teacher digital literacy influences students' engagement in English language learning at Centro Colombo Americano. This proposal was done by me, Joanna Carolina Velez Gonzalez, so let's start with the context of the research problem. Using technology is not an option anymore. It is essential as pointed out by Armchabold, LM, and Barnett, J.H. 2021. In the rapidly evolving landscape of education, the integration of new technologies into teacher education has emerged as a key factor in the global competitiveness. As technology continues to evolve, educators are faced with the challenge of enhancing teaching and learning experiences. Technology has become a vital tool in modern education. However, the effective use of educational technology depends heavily on teachers' digital literacy and pedagogical skills. Technology is important because it enhances interactivity, personalizes learning, and promotes engagement in language learning. In English learning, digital tools foster better interactivity, participation, and customized learning. We need to take into account that students now are completely different from students 50 years ago. Educational environments have also changed, and technology has raced to help us in this transition. At Centro Colombo Americano, I could identify there are some challenges to overcome. For example, although teachers are asked to use technology in all of their classes, teachers often lack adequate digital training. So this leads to technology misuse and reduces students' interest. Inadequate teacher preparation also hinders effective technology use in classrooms. Effective technology integration requires both technical skills and pedagogical expertise. Lack of professional development undermines teachers' confidence and ability to engage students. This means that inadequate teacher preparation limits the ability to integrate technology effectively into classrooms. This gap reduces the quality of instructions and students' engagement. Addressing this issue requires training in teachers' digital literacy. The research question for this study is: how does teacher digital literacy affect students' engagement in English language learning at Centro Colombo Americano in Bogotá, Colombia? The study objectives are: the general objective is to assess the impact of teachers' digital literacy on students' learning engagement, and the specific ones are: first, to explore the relationship between technology use or the lack thereof and student engagement, including factors such as participation, motivation, and interest in the subject matter. And the last specific objective is to measure the difference in student engagement rates in English language learning between groups with digital integration and those with no digital integration. The context and implications of the study. In EFL settings, insufficient training leaves educators unprepared to use technology for language acquisition effectively. At Centro Colombo Americano, teachers sometimes struggle to meet these technological demands without proper guidance. A need for a specific training program to build teachers' digital literacy, competence, and confidence is needed. The theoretical framework and literature review. For this literature review, we plan to investigate the influence of teacher digital literacy on students' engagement in English language learning at Centro Colombo Americano. The idea is to explore how teachers' digital literacy affects students' engagement levels. For this, there are some key studies underpinning this analysis. For example, Hudson 2016 talks about significance of robust teacher training programs in equipping educators to integrate technology into teaching. Hanasha et al. 2023 highlights the mediating role of student engagement in the relationship between teacher competency and academic performance. Bolliger 2018 emphasizes the importance of engagement strategies in online learning, and Kimmons, Graham, and West 2020 proposed that the pre-CAT model. This model aims to guide technology integration in teacher preparation. For the methodology, this study uses a mixed methods approach with a sequential explanatory design. Using both data types helps to verify findings from multiple perspectives, making the study more reliable and meaningful. Surveys for teachers and students, interviews, classroom observations. Okay, participants will include English language teachers and learners from Centro Colombo Americano across classrooms with different levels of teacher training in technology integration. The data will be collected through surveys assessing students' engagement, teacher digital literacy, the levels they have in digital literacy, and interviews and classroom observations, of course. Together, qualitative data, I am going to use surveys for teachers and students. For the quantitative data, open-ended surveys, responses, classroom observations, and interviews with semi-structured questions. Of course, after getting the approval of administration to start doing so. The expected results. The preliminary findings are, first, that teachers with little or no training in educational technology often face challenges. And second, that teachers with higher digital literacy will use technology more effectively, with which result in the engagement of the students and, of course, permitting them to finish their course and obtaining the goals. In conclusion, we can say that there is an urgent need for comprehensive teacher training programs at Centro Colombo Americano. The pedagogical application of digital resources to support the language learning object is mandatory, and it is anticipated that the research will contribute valuable knowledge to the discourse on technology integration in language education in a world that requires this. It's not only an option, it's mandatory. And of course, the policies and practices aim at bridging the gap between teacher training and student-centered digital learning environments. That is our main purpose. Here I have some of the references I just mentioned, as Kimmons and the pre-CAT model, Hanasha and Bolliger. All right, thank you so much. It was Joana Vélez for the Maestría en Mediación Pedagógica en el idioma inglés. Thank you so much. Until another opportunity.